Welcome everyone to the CCL Halftime Show and the playoffs. I am Kyle Fergusson, and today I am joined by Brandon, aka Unaverted. Welcome to you, Brandon.
Hi, Kyle. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
It's nice to talk to you. You've been on quite the journey this past more like 5 weeks now that we're into the playoffs, but we're recording this in the past, so we're going to make some predictions and get caught up a little bit here. How did you get involved playing Heroes of the Storm in the first place?
So I played when the game got moved into beta, and when it was newer, I hated it and quit. And then I got back into it after. I think it was around when Cho'Gall got released, and then me and my girlfriend just played it for fun. And it was a mix of like Cheer League and CS, that kind of stuff. And then HGC opened from there, and I did pretty well at the end of the HGC life cycle, and then I had some tryouts with the HGC teams, and I was on like that brink of going from amateur into the HGC scene, and then after that, after HGC died, and then there was smaller leagues and that kind of thing, I still played HOTS, so I was one of the people that stuck around right away after, and I just really liked the game, and so I just kept playing. I don't care if there's not as big of a scene or whatever it was compared to HGC. I'll pretty much just play this game as much as I can.
Nice. Love the passion for it. Question though, Cho'Gall, how did that get so serious that you entered into HGC qualifiers, now into independent tournaments?
It was just moving up the ranks between like Cheer League and NGS and that kind of stuff. We would just keep winning, and then we would move up, and then we would win like whatever the NGS top rank was, and then people that we would play with be like, hey, do you know what HGC Open was? At the time I didn't even know, so I just got pulled into it, and then we started playing with that, and we were bad at first, but the people that I played with then, they're still very good friends of mine, and it's just been an enjoyable experience. And I'm a competitive person, and I really enjoy what HOTS competitive teams look like in terms of collaborating and problem solving. It's really what I'm into in terms of being able to spend my time and hang out with people. So when I'm practicing, it's me having fun.
Great to hear. I'm sure Bahamut's very excited about a possible Cho'Gall in the future, given all your practice on the hero. But let's talk about that journey that happened, because you were over on Diamond Hands playing Sylvanas and Chromies and Hanzos, and you've been a part of every CCL so far.
Yep.
How did that transition happen over to Storm and into offlane, no less?
So I did not get pulled into offlane for Storm, but let's step back a bit. I was playing with Diamond Hands, and there was a clash in terms of how to treat practices and how to treat VOD review and just improving in general. I'm a very serious person. I'm down to have fun, but if we're losing or if there's problems, it's time to get very serious. And I think that clashed a bit, and there was back and forth on how to improve, and at the end there was an agreement that change was needed, and so I had some personal changes going on in my life. I had a move I was going through right on that week before, and so we went our different ways, and so I had talked to Storm as well, and some other teams, but for Storm, they knew that they would need at least a sub for tank for week 7 and maybe some games after, and so that's where I was like, I can 100% do that. And I've played tank before in competitive setting recently in the Miami LAN. In the Miami LAN, we got second. It was a very close Game 7 finish. We were winning in Game 7 too. So, even against, that was Chili Mountain. Even against Chili Mountain at the time, they were one of the best EU teams. We we were still holding our own, and that was my first big tournament as tank. And so, yeah, I think I'm pretty competitive in the tank role, and I think that we're gonna do well coming up as well with me and tank on Storm.
So how did the offlane happen then, with the Hoggers and the Leoric and the Blaze?
That did not go well that week, but yeah, I mean, I was Nasmus wasn't there, and so I'm the sub, so I'm just gonna get thrown in offlane. I'd say offlane is my worst role. I think I can probably play the heroes okay, but in terms of all the other moving parts, I'm not as comfortable. So
fair enough. But now we got to see you throw down on that tank role this last week, and now 2 weeks ago for people watching this. And It was an epic battle versus Wild Heart.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You gave us a bit of a tour of your hero pool as it's now starting to be revealed. Is there any heroes in the tank role you just love and you didn't get to play, or maybe one you did and we got to see it?
I have a very wide tank pool. So out of all the meta tanks, I can play them pretty well. I love Diablo. Diablo is definitely one of my favorites. But
good choice.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with pretty much all of them. Even, like off meta ones, you throw me on like a Maiev or like a Zul. I played 2 seasons with Justin. I know what the play styles are. I know what to do. Yeah. I heard all the ideas on, we need to double support so I can get my C Smash variant in there,
Fair enough.
But they're good ideas, and I am pretty good at learning the principles and what goes on. But even past that, like all the off meta weird stuff, because the whole team needs to be on board to do that. All the meta tanks, when I was learning for the Miami LAN, I've always enjoyed tank, but I fleshed out my pool and I made sure that I could play everything. So I think in terms of where the tank player pool is at, I'm even with most of the tanks. I'm better at some things and some people are better than me, but I think I'm pretty competitive across the board.
Very cool. Well, a very awesome first showing for that tank role as well. And
Thanks.
Now we have a week off where the mystery kind of grows. Like, what's Brandon gonna pick? Like, what? I'm excited to see your all's matchup, but we don't know who you're fighting. The audience right now knows who you're about to, who you're gonna battle. But if you were to predict between Granite Gaming and Simplicity, who do you think's gonna take that match?
So I think Simplicity's gonna win. I think that Granite, obviously, they have really good players, but the game, especially as it is right now, you need to be practicing often. You need to develop your own meta for your team. Every team right now plays a little differently. Some teams think one hero is stronger than the other, and you need to figure out what your team does well. And I don't know if they're not doing that or what's happening, but it seems like Sim is putting in more practice time than Granite, but I'm not on EU time, so maybe they are playing and we don't see it. But that's just my guess.
And then going forward, is there any team you're really looking forward to matching up against?
Obviously, it'd be nice to win against Diamond Hands. That'd be great.
Fair enough.
Yep. It'd feel a bit. I don't know. I guess it's like rewarding if there's like that clash, but at the same time, there's not too many hard feelings against them. I'm still cool with pretty much everyone on the team. So, but yeah, after that, I mean, I'm good friends with most of the NA teams. EU teams, there's just different time zone, different regions. Most of them don't play in NA all the time. But yeah, like Wild Heart, good friends with Wary, Zerg, so it'd be cool to beat them. Same thing with 30k, just got off team with Brian, and then Cure was sub and then playing in the Miami LAN. It feels good to play against old teammates, and in the back of everyone's mind, it's like, oh, I beat them. Like, when we were on the team, I was carrying or whatever. I know no one truly thinks that, but it's cool to kind of get that in there. But at the end, I'm still friends with all of them.
Excellent. Well, that's wholesome, but also a great storyline coming into this next match. As we end here, any shout outs you'd like to make?
Yeah, shout out to Storm for bringing me on. They've been super enjoyable to play with. Shout out to Diamond Hands. Diamond Hands, all their staff and everyone on there, they were very enjoyable to work with. Chris Key Tempest, that I loved talking to them and all the resources that they pulled. And yeah, big shout out to CCL and you as well.
Everyone, stay tuned for that upcoming match. Enjoy.